What's going on, everyone? Got another video for you. Came across this from Right Angle News Network. Out there in Portland, we've got some crazies running around. We, many years ago, closed our mental institutions, and now we're forced to live amongst left-wing people who are batshit crazy. And it's not getting any better. I mean, we see them out in the streets acting insane, cosplaying as though they're freedom fighters. You know, you've seen it. I've seen it. Everybody's seen it. We're all pretty tired of it. Every time Trump wins, they do it. And then when Trump loses, they don't. So, predictably, the Antifa moms and the, communist retards, let's say, are out there and they've got some thoughts in their heads. Some of them have children, unfortunately, like this woman here. Let's take a listen to what she has to say. Her name is Tavi Quinn.
I really pray it doesn't get bad enough, but being a mom...
Oh, and if you're wondering, yes, that those are all piercings that she literally paid somebody to put into her face so that she looks like an absolute circus freak.
In America, I had to stop walking for this. I often think that if it gets to the point of knocking on doors, God, and to even have these thoughts, it's like I'm literally separating from reality right now. If it comes down to...
At least she notices that she's separated from reality. A lot of these liberals, they don't understand that they're separated from reality. We just saw, and I'll probably make a video on that because it's pretty hilarious, a whole room full of, an auditorium full of rich, white, largely celebrities who were virtue signaling all through the Grammys. And all they could talk about was ICE. All they could talk about was Trump. All they could talk about was all the, oh, mean old Trump and mean old ICE and, oh, the crying and throwing fits. And it's not even really worth making a show except for Billie Eilish. She just got made fun of. So I'm going to probably do one on that. But, at the end of the day, these people are separated from reality. They live in a false reality where they live in a dictatorship where they can post freely. They can protest freely as long as they don't get violent, which they tend to do because they also have mental problems. They're free to toe the Hollywood elite talking points. They're free to toe the corporate talking points. They're free to toe the line for the, rich college professors who make way more than they should. Whatever their talking points are, they're out in the streets. They're getting them done. They're pushing and promoting socialism. They're pushing and promoting communism. They're out in the streets doing what they want to do. They're setting up booths. They're trying to recruit. If we lived in a dictatorship, these people would have all been long since rounded up. These people would have all since been making our license plates by now. But unfortunately, we don't live in a dictatorship. So the rest of us have to deal with these people. Well, not me. I live in the country. And if I ran into somebody like this, it would literally be with my car. So at the end of the day, this is what we have to deal with. Like, if you live in the big city, these people are stopping you in the street. If you even aren't even, it's funny to me. There's numerous videos coming out now of these people pulling people over in their own cars who are citizens, not ICE, and accusing them of being ICE while these same citizens aren't wearing masks. Yet they have a big, huge issue with ICE wearing masks, and that's how they know it's ICE, because they wear masks because they're, fascists for enforcing the nation's laws that Democrat and Republican Congress passed. Bill Clinton was the one that helped pass them. Hillary Clinton was for it. Obama was for, closing up the borders. All these people were for closing up the borders till Trump did it. And so you can see where if you're living in Minnesota, Minneapolis, namely, and so on, and you're getting stopped in the streets by these people and questioned about who you are, asked for your ID, that is exactly what they claim to be fighting against. And they're stopping people, just normal people who aren't in mass, who are clearly not ICE, and they're accusing them of being ICE, then demanding ID to reporters. They're attacking reporters, literally physically attacking reporters, even just regular reporters. They're demanding ID from general citizens. These are the people that we're dealing with out in Portland and in other areas of the United States, just totally detached from reality. That's why I stopped this video to point out she's detached from reality, and she knows she's detached from reality. I think most of these people know that they're detached from reality, but they don't have jobs. And yes, of course, a lot of them do get paid to do this stuff. They'll deny it in public, but we know that they are. We've seen the records of such.
Me taking out myself and my kids versus us being taken and harmed by ICE. Like, God help me, I did not want to do it. This is not the life I want.
She literally just said she would take out herself and her kids if she faced deportation. Now, I can't tell what planet this person landed here from, what, universe, what type of alien they might be. I'm going to say possibly she came from Pluto, possibly Uranus, but I don't know you that well, so I don't know that she would have came from there. But at the end of the day, I don't think she's at risk of being deported. I think she's at risk of being tackled by, security at an airport going through a metal detector, but I don't think she's at risk of being deported. And here she is saying she would kill her kids and herself rather than get picked up by ICE. Now, wait till you hear why.
On it. But that is a very dark thought that I've had. Death would be a easier out than for my children to be taken and harmed by these pedophiles.
So now ICE are pedophiles. ICE are pedophiles all of a sudden because Trump's in charge of it, and what the mixed, like, it's largely Latino people in ICE. There's some African Americans. It's quite the multicultural group of men roaming the streets picking up illegals. So I guess she doesn't trust people of certain nationalities to be around kids and deport people and so on, is what she's saying. And I can't help but feel like that's racist. But anyway, guys, these are the mental cases that we are currently dealing with in our country. And I get that we really can't round them up. I tell jokes or whatever, but we can't just round them up. We probably should round them up and put them in mental institutions, but there's none left. Not enough for these idiots. There's too many of them. They're obviously not the majority in this country, but there's enough of them that we would have to build many. And I think I think Trump signed an EO to start doing just that. And maybe it's time. I think she'd be the first person that should test out one of the new facilities, and her children should be placed with whoever her grandparents are if this woman hasn't eaten them people too. Anyway, guys, I will talk to you soon. Watch out for people like this, and I'll talk to you in a little bit.